Tucked up with his scarf. Where's Gustad? Oh, that's Gustad, isn't it? The sail there. Is that him next to it? Been waiting for commands.
Imagine telling him he'd what to do.
You flipping silly. What? You don't have a mean dealing with this?
Because he's doing draw. Because he said he's all one won't get and back end.
Put it on Gay's head.
He won't get right, he won't get
Stand up, if you ain't drinking, stand up. 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 If you ain't drinking, stand up.
Get the ball in the fucking frame! Armstrong putting in. Do you not remember how well it went against Sunderland? Yay! Get in. Well, see you on Tuesday. Honestly, what a shambles. Coward! Coward! You cunt! Terrible. So, another extremely poor day at the office for Blackburn Rovers, and probably the worst atmosphere I've experienced as a Rovers fan for probably my just over 10 years of going, to be honest with you. I from memory, anyway, it could have been worse during the League One season, but from memory, I don't remember it. Not the League One season, getting relegated to the League One season under Owen Coyle. I don't remember it ever getting as kind of turgid and as toxic as it did today. Obviously, the performance on the pitch was fitting of the mood in the stands to just completely give up in 7 minutes, was it? I mean, Ishmael's just said in his post-match interview then, other than Norwich, every single game we've gone in at half-time under himself losing, which just shows clearly just a lack of mentality to go out there and be ready to play the game and be ready for a fight. It's getting to the point now where if the manager had anything about him, he'd walk. That's 2 games in a row now where he hasn't had the decency to come and face the music and, you know, basically say sorry to the fans for another turgid performance. The fact that he didn't go and clap the fans who travelled all the way down to Portsmouth, that's one of the longest away days a Rovers fan will do this season. And the fact he didn't even come and clap those fans is just shocking in of itself. But, you know, as well, obviously today at home, again, not clapping the fans, it just shows the absolute disconnect between himself and the Rovers faithful. Yeah, I mean, in terms of Wagger, Gestead, Sahale, they'll blame the fans. The chanting before the game, they'll blame it on the atmosphere. We warned you about, you know, creating such a toxic atmosphere that, you know, this would happen. And we said you need to get behind the boys and whatever. Fact of the matter is, we've been absolutely crap now since Millwall away, which was mid-December. We've won 4 games, is it, in 3.5 months? I think 2 under Eustace and 2 under Law. It's just, I mean, it's just embarrassing. And I tell you what, it's a good job we had that run. in November where we won, what was it, 6 games in a row, most of which were 1-0 wins. Because if we hadn't have had that run, we'd probably be in a relegation fight right now. I don't think there's any probably about it, to be honest with you. Over the last 20 games, we're the worst team in the league in terms of form. I've just seen that. It's just it's baffled me. And what's so annoying is you look at the playoffs, and before this game, we're only 5 points off. After a woeful 3.5 months, we're still only 5 points off the playoffs, which is just astounding to me. But it shows the quality of the league this year. It's obviously very poor, and even then, Blackburn Rovers have managed to do what they always do and snatch defeat from the jaws of victory. So, yeah, I just think Ishmael's position is getting to the point where it's just untenable. 1 point in, 6 games, 5 or 6 games is absolutely woeful. It's the exact opposite of a new manager bounce. It just seems clear to me that the players aren't playing for him. He's not the sort of man manager that Eustace was, who's going to put an arm around the players and whatnot. It was said, when he come in, he's very kind of demanding of players and doesn't beat around the bush. And yeah, to me, I just don't see a style of football. We pass around the back. We try and build the football up like a John Dale Thomason did. But then we get to the final third and it never goes down the middle. It goes out wide every single time. Gets crossed in, which is strange when you're building up from the back like that, passing around to then send it out to the wings and cross it in. There's no high press. He's meant to be this high press manager from what Rudy said in that half an hour interview. That would also be the case if you look back at his, job at Barnsley. Or high press on the front foot. We've not seen any of that. So I just question what is this manager trying to employ? What is this manager's identity? Because it's just a mishmash at the minute, and it doesn't seem like we have anything. It seems like the players are just going out there and they don't know what they're doing, which is why we're finding ourselves going behind so early in so many games. You look at Stoke, behind early. Derby, behind early. Tonight, behind early. I'm trying to think of more games off the top of my head, but there's 3 right there at least where we've gone behind early. Yeah, just no game plan at all. It's a really hard watch right now. A really hard watch, and it's sad to see more than anything. I'm more sad than angry because I thought this season would be different. I really did under Eustace. I thought we were going to make the playoffs, and I have no idea why I thought it'd be different this season. I just did, and yeah, just the absolute shambles that this club is. Never fails to disappoint, and yeah, I don't know how the players can respect a manager who to the fans of the club just shoots off down the tunnel twice in a row. That's not showing leadership. That's not taking it on the chin. He should be going round there and grinning and bearing it. And yes, he would have got dog's abuse. And in his mind, he's maybe thinking, instead of letting the fans getting the fans riled up by me going over, because he would have been told to F off by most fans. There'd be some fans like myself who'd say, you know what, at least he's got the balls to come over and at least say sorry. The players had the balls to come over and clap the fans after another rubbish performance. And they can't really hold their head high after some of the dross we've seen recently. And obviously that dross happened under Eustace, Ishmael's only had 5-6 games. These players have been doing this for 3.5 months now, but at least they had the balls and the respect for the fans to come and take the abuse and take the applause from some fans. But yeah, I genuinely don't see a win coming now between now and the end of the season. I really don't. Every single game we've got is against a team who's fighting for something, unless, that changes between now and us playing them. As of now, every single team is either playing for automatics, playoffs, or to stay up. And at this moment in time, and which will be the case, not a case of at this moment in time, it is the fact that we're not playing for anything now. We're not going to go down, thankfully, because, as I said, if we didn't have that run in November, we would be. But yeah, we're just going to fade into lower mid-table probably at this point. We'll probably lose every game between now and the end of the season, and it sounds so pessimistic for me to say that, but I'm literally seeing nothing from this team and nothing from this manager to suggest otherwise. I'm just seeing no sequence of play. I'm seeing absolutely no positives whatsoever. And it only leads me to believe that these players just aren't playing for the manager because they're not this bad. They must just clearly not fancy him. But this club is never going to sack a manager after we've just given him a 3.5-year deal, and we're clearly in a position where we're going to be comfortable ending the season, which is apparently good enough for this club, that we're going to be comfortable in the Championship. He will get the summer. He's been promised a project, so we'll give him a project. And obviously, if we start next season really poorly and it gets to January, February, and it's looking like we're going to get relegated, then they'll pull the trigger just as they did with Owen Coyle around then, whether that was February, March. They'll pull the trigger then when the writing is on the wall that we're going to get relegated. If obviously this stays the way it does, a lot of things can change. Ishmael may be the dog's bollocks next season, who knows? But at this moment in time, I'm seeing nothing to suggest that. I think he's bland. I think he's boring. I don't think he's personable. I'm not seeing anything from him to show he cares about the fans. And yeah, I just think obviously this is maybe too far gone to kind of turn around. Obviously a few wins can sort a lot of things out, but I just don't see them coming. And yeah, just lost for words at this point. I was going to say bring on Tuesday, but I wish Tuesday was a million miles away right now. And honestly, I'll be surprised if we have 10,000 in the stadium. I mean, the actual attendance figures will say we've got 12,000 or whatever, but the amount of season ticket holders who didn't show up tonight, never mind how many are going to show up on Tuesday after that. Wow, there's going to be so many people just wanting to not bother or just watch it at home. So why would you want to come and just be there in that toxic atmosphere right now? Yeah, absolutely woeful. But yeah, leave your comments down below. Who's to blame right now? Is it the Venkies? Is it the board in, Waggett, Sahale, Gested? Is it Ishmael? Or is it the players? Maybe give me your percentages and how you think that should be distributed. But yeah, unfortunately, I'll see you on Tuesday after probably another loss.